begin bringing you Uninterrupted, an ongoing series addressing social justice.
This week we're joined by Kyle Korver, who brings his perspective on the matter. This is the first of a three-part series entitled Respect Your OGs. Take a look.
And a good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. D8, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up, he was never a big leaper or a dunker. Truth be told, he said, I wasn't even considered a top guard in my recruiting class. But I worked relentlessly and played with a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to be considered among the great players. I wanted to belong. Kevin, he certainly belongs with the Hawks right now.
Thanks, D.A. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Pistons, Griffin is out there with Josh Jackson. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Wright in at the 2. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over the rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You can make that case, no doubt about it, because you're still thinking you can be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. That's to Jackson. A shot that time, not on target. So the Hawks will take it the other way. The kick out to Young. And the pass to Collins. Outside, Bogdanovich. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Capella. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Rose against Young. Over Young. Rose can't hit.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
Here's Young. Detroit with the rebound.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Rose passes to Plumlee. Jackson against Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Collins.
Yeah, and the versatility of Jackson's game. He's a super confident kid who certainly has the potential to be a star.
And that one falls for Jackson. Both shots good from the stripe. Hawks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Young drives in. Basket good.
That was a long time coming. Took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Young against Rose. And Capella sends it back.
Can't throw up weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Here's Jackson. Hunter grabs the miss.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Rose. Whoa! That is!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now, here's Collins. And he converts the layup. Collins has got his second basket of the night.
Man, that's a tough shot. For an athletic big man like Collins, finishing through contact is something you've got to be able to do.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media. All right, a chance to see stats for Young. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 29 points a game last season, 9 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at his score, and he was #1 on the team last season.
His ability to play through contact, his exceptional concentration, that's what makes him a great coach.
Now here's Wright. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Rose penetrating.
That's the first thing fans love to see from Rose. He's got a knack for blowing by.
Young pass to Hunter. Griffin against Collins. Dishes it to Young. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Rose passes to Wright. He kicks it to Griffin. Here's Rose. Takes it off the glass. Rose has got his second bucket.
Look at the muscles of Rose right there. I mean, that's just an outstanding job. Accepting the physicality and pummeling his way through.
And here's Young from the arc. And Wright pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Griffin scores the assist by Wright.
I mean, you know he's crafty when he's close into the bucket. You better foul him. I mean, you love seeing Griffin be poised on these interior shots.
Now, here is Young. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Another shot. And the rebound goes to Griffin. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 1. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And maybe the crowd had an effect on them. I mean, who knows? I mean, they looked uncomfortable at the line.
And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing. The Pistons have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Capella. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short with the injury. Never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young. And Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Now, here's Grant. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Indiana. Just 3 to shoot. Here's McKinley. Off target with his 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Young dishes to Gallinari. Outside Collins. Young finds Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Trying to get something going. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Detroit lead by 4. Pass to Hayes. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Piston comes in for John Collins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Second is Chris Dunn.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Okongwu. Dunn left side. Over Griffin. Here's Okongwu. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Griffin against Gallinari. It's good. And the Pistons lead by 7. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
John misses.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. A very nice season for him last year. 6th in free throw percentage. And he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. position, it is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Now here's Hayes. 13 points from him the last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
This is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
Now here's Griffin. Here's Hurd. Gallinari outside. Down against Griffin. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Grant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
So it's Atlanta now. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Okongwu. Ball's not loose. Throw the lob to Gallinari.
Well, look, if you're out there with Rondo, you find some open space, and he's going to find you.
Pistons leading by 8. Here's Hayes. Sweet little floater. Hayes has got 5 points so far.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Dunn kicks to Rondo. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Well, a guy that simply brings toughness to the hardwood. Rondo really isn't bothered by a little contact.
Hayes the pass to Griffin. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dunn dishes to Gallinari. .58 seconds left in the first. Back to Dunn. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Grant finds Hayes. Outside Griffin. On the wing. No good on the shot. So the Hawks will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah. If you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now here's Hayes. Back to Grant. And the 3 off target. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
The Hawks trail by 10. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Dunn is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Gallinari in at the 4-man position. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Go figure is right. And the Pistons making a change here. Lights checked in. Now, here's Grant. Pulls it up. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Right against Dunn. Down low. Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
Improving this aspect of his game. When Dunn looks to involve his teammates in the screening roles, he's great.
Hayes the pass to Okafor. The pass to McCarty. He can't get it to go. Dunn with some nice D. Rondo with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Rondo kicks to Hunter. Back to Rondo. With some art, he lays it in.
But when I think of Rondo, you have to think of the touch he has. I mean, on the floater, passes, everything he does offensively.
Over to the left wing. Here's Grant. And that one drops for him.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Here's Hayes. Offline with his 3. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Atlanta. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Overdone. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris Dunn picks one up. Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. So for the Pistons, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Okafor. Josh Jackson comes in for Grant. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Hayes. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Dunn. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Right outside. Kicks it to Rose. Outside Jackson. Over Bogdanovic. And that one comes up a bit short.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Feeds to Capella and stolen by Wright. And here's the fast break. Here's Mikhailuk. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Collins. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Capella dishes to Young. And stolen by Wright. Now Detroit moving it up. Drops in the breakaway layup. Wright's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you'd like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Now, here's Bogdanovic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Detroit.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Yeah, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdan Bogdanovic. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
Here's Hunter. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Pistons leading by 4. Bounce pass from Rose. Here's Mikhailuk. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, These teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Number 5, the Hawks.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. The Hawks trail by 6. Bogdanovich passes to Collins. He dishes it to Young. In the corner, it's Hunter. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. And Wright kicks to Rose. Wright the pass to Mikhailuk. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bogdanovich, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Detroit.
When you're a vet like Rose, you figure out ways to score inside, even as a guard.
The Hawks trail by 6. Young with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. A floater. Collins trying to break free. The shot's good. Young's got 9.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Griffin against Capella. Griffin passes to Jackson. Young with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. His 3-pointers off the mark.
I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Here's Collins, following the score by Derrick Rose. Collins dishes to Young. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
And you look at Collins. His athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, and the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Wright with it, and guarded by Capella. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Wright. Wright's got 3 assists tonight.
I don't know if there's a better partner in the pick and roll than Griffin. I mean, he can set solid screens. He has great timing. He has hands. He knows how to run that set.
Now, here is Young. 9 points in the game so far. Collins passes to Young. In the corner, it's Hunter. Capella trying to free himself up. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Hunter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And the rejection by Collins. Here's Mikhailuk. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now Young. Outside Bogdanovich. Atlanta gets it back. The game now all time. Collins has got his third basket of the night right there.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Griffin. 8 points for him.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yes, yeah, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there. Yes.
First free throw is good.
I mean, I'm not the first to say it, and I'm sure I won't be the last, but Griffin is one of the most physically gifted players that this game has ever seen. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Now, here is Young. 9 points in the game so far. Capella finds Young, and Griffin sends it back.
Well, it's huge, whenever Griffin comes up with blocks. I mean, you'd love to see him be more consistent in this area.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Now, here's Hunter. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Rose gets a wide open look. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And here is Hunter. 12 points for him. He kicks it to Collins. Pass to Hunter. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Griffin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Hawks trail by 6. Young outside. 3-pointer. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for Hunter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. It's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now here's Rondo. 1:31 left in the second quarter.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
He's with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And the first one at the line is good. Donnie's checked in for Collins. Hayes hits them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Atlanta calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Looking now at some numbers for Rose. Good season for him last year. He averaged 18 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Okongwu kicks to Gallinari. They need this. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Now here's Hayes. He's got 9. Griffin looking it over. And let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. You look at Okongwu, second in the NBA. So great from the line. And, of course, Killian Hayes.
And they're both just fundamentally sound. And their success at the free throw line, I think, bears that out.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
36 seconds left in the first half. Okongwu's shot is good.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Count it. Rose has got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Herter. 16 seconds left to play here in the half. Back to Gallinari. Dunn with it. He's on him. Rondo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists in the game. On deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Detroit. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. Hey, folks. Say hey to the folks, Shaq. Hey, folks. Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 15 points, and you look at the Pistons. Shaq, how does this team take that next step to break out of the pack in the East?
Well, you want the regular answer, Ernie, or you want the intelligent
I want
answer?
truth. I want the truth.
I'm going to give you the intelligent answer, Ernie. Ownership hasn't had the appetite for it's been a challenge for the Hawks.
If anybody knows about an appetite, it would be you, big man. Kenny?
Well, they don't have a big market to draw from, for free agents, but if you're tearing it down, it's hard to get over the hump. I can let you know.
Ernie, can you hear those cookies?
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
The Hawks trail by 8. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Pistons, Derrick Rose is out there with Wright. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Jackson. And it's Okafor. And at the 5 down low.
The assertiveness of Capella. When he's playing with passion inside, it forces the D to act.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Pistons leading by 6. Now here's Rose. Outside Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Wright for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wright's got 7.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Here's Young. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Guarded by Wright. Capella trying to free himself up. No good there. And Detroit the other way now. Time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Mason Plummer. David, what's the update?
You guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Pistons head athletic trainer. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario. You don't want to hear this news as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
Wow, fellas, really tough news. This is going to have a big effect on the rest of the guys. Always so hard to have a teammate go down like that.
Here's Young after the basket by Detroit and stolen by Wright. And now here comes Wright leading the break, and he makes that one. Rose has got 20.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
The Hawks trail by 16. Young with the ball. He's got 9. Wants to get it to Collins and does.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Right outside. Back to Rose. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Yeah, and Derrick Rose, Kevin, is a new beginning after knee injuries derailed his career. He said if load management had been around back then, he might still be a Chicago Bull.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Young taking his time here. 5 on the clock.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
He just can't find the toughness for it. He's got to keep grinding on, looking for the best shot possible.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one misses.
And Derrick Rose, the youngest ever MVP in 2011. And it was the subsequent year that he sustained that first knee injury.
And if you think back, he was playing over 40 minutes a night on a regular basis, and their team had 2-hour practices, tough ones, on off days. And so how can you keep up that type of demand on your body? Teams now tend to be more cautious with the burden they put on players.
Now Young, after Josh Jackson's three-pointer that didn't go. Looking to get back on track here, and Griffin sends it back. Rose against Young, and Capella sends it back. Fast break, here we go. Here's the teardrop. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
So versatile offensively. When Hunter gets in a rhythm, he's capable of carving up a defense.
Rose passes to Griffin. But he stays with it. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Hunter with it. Jackson on him. Capella trying to free himself up. Hunter no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Detroit. Here's Rose. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And the Pistons making a change here. Luke is checked in. Free throw drops for Rose.
I mean, and the resiliency Rose has shown throughout his career is inspiring. I mean, he's someone that just universally is loved by the fans of this game.
Now, here is Young. He's got 9. Inside. Here's Capella. Hunter with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Hunter no good. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run, and the shot goes in. Luke's got 8 points.
This is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
The pass to Collins. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. To the middle. And finished off by Collins.
place that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Right outside. Griffin passes to McKinley. Oh, Griffin in position.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
The Hawks trail by 18. Bogdanovich passes to Hunter. Outside Collins. Pass to Young. Here's the three. They get the rebound. Capella lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the high activity Capella brings. Someone that really brings it on the offensive glass.
And Plumlee kicks to Rose. Over Young. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Hunter. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
Right, the pass to Plumlee. Young against Rose. Back to Plumlee. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Atlanta calls timeout. Kind of like what Rose has done this one so far.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
Jeremy Grant is checked in for the Pistons. Hayes comes in for Derrick Rose. Rondo dishes to Okongwu. Gallinari outside. Passes it to Herter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown, good on the three-point shot.
Wow, he's a confident shooter from three-point range. I mean, even with the D hovering near him.
Right outside. Pass to Grant. Pistons passing it around. Inside. Griffin trying to get open.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And with good height for a wing player, Gallinari gives defenders problems down low.
And there's the pass to Grant. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. The free throw drops for Grant. Okafor is checked in for the Pistons. And Grant drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Dunn passes to Rondo. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Right, looking around. Pass to Hayes. Run past the arc. Plumlee tips it back in. Plumlee's got 8 points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here's Gallinari. He's got 7. He feeds it to Okongwu. Excellent D there from Okafor. Detroit leading by 15. And right, here we go. And it's blocked. Grant outside. And Plumlee kicks to Grant. Knocked loose. Gallinari with the steal. And now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball. Dunn misses.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like it. And he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. Atlanta on D. Hayes finds Grant. White outside. Pocket 6. Poked away and stolen by Dunn. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Combination of speed and power Dunn possesses is impressive. I mean, sometimes the D doesn't know how to guard him.
Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, G.A., what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position.
And he can't hit the second. And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 14. Dunn dishes to Rondo. Plumlee with some nice D. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Passes it to Hayes. To the paint. Here's White. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Rondo passes to Gallinari. In the corner, Collins with it. Dunn outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but you can't get anything to fall.
Grant, that's good. Grant's got 9 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Now, here's Dunn. From deep. Plumlee with the rebound. Pistons leading by 18. Here's Wright. Count that one as his 7th bank in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Dunn. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Showing assertiveness inside. I mean, you got to commend the smaller Dunn for being strong down there.
Josh Jackson's checked in for Mason Plumlee.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Grant. Yep, it counts. Grant's got 7 now in this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The shot by Rondo is no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Detroit. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to get down and get engaged at the other end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive end. Let's go.
Here you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Hawks. Gallinari is out there with Collins. Then it's Chris Dunn. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pistons leading by 18. Now Hayes. Pass to Jackson. And the rejection by Collins. powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Jaleel Okafor.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
And the Pistons making a change here. Rose is checked in. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Bogdanovich comes in for Dunn. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Outside Rose takes the three. Detroit, no good that time either.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The main strength of Capella's offensive game, I mean, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now the pass to Brent. Rose double teamed. Pass to Hayes. 6 to shoot. No good, unable to end this run.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Capella finds Collins. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Pistons.
He's a guy you have to game plan for. The way Young scores and passes the ball creates so many problems for the defense.
This is it to Griffin. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. On defense, Atlanta. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Bangs home the trifecta.
And it's important that Jackson become consistent from deep. That definitely has the touch to make shots from there.
Young from outside. Detroit with the rebound. Griffin's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Rose can't hit.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
Griffin kicks to Rose. And he banks in the layup. Rose has got 12 points here in the second half.
This is the game you hope Rose has every night, shooting with tremendous confidence.
Count that one. So it's the Pistons now. They lead by 14. Pass to Griffin. Back to Rose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
But the whole league has the utmost respect for D-Rose. I mean, partially due to his hoops IQ, he's excellent at drawing contact.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Hayes.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Young's shot is good.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Down low, and then Griffin with the dunk.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Just a fantastic look.
Rose against Young. Lob pass to Capella. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And I'd like to see Capella expand his offensive game a little more. I mean, I love seeing him take these shots.
Right outside. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. The Hawks trail by 14. The pass to Hunter. Knocked away and stolen by Wright. Rose in the post. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Shoots a 3. Another miss by Griffin. Hawks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Bogdanovich passes to Young. To the paint. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Pistons leading by 11. Rose dishes to Griffin. And it's Rose penetrating. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Here's the floater. Second chance shot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And credit to Collins on the glass there. He's a threat for a double-double every night.
Detroit making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's shaken up a bit. No choice but to take a timeout and let him get some medical attention.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. You may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Over Hunter. Jackson misses.
And he's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Here's Hunter. Offensive rebound. Here's Collins. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Collins has got 21.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Rose against Young. Outside Rose. Inside. And it's slammed in by Plumlee. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, Rose will generate points in any situation. Here he does it by feeding a wide-open man.
Collins kicks to Young. Pass to Hunter. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
And stolen by Hunter. Passes to Collins. Young outside. Jacks up a 3. Traps in the tray.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. 7-point differential. Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Good luck finding anyone who's up to the challenge of taking on Griffin tonight. He's going to torch anyone they put on.
Griffin against Young. Kicks to Hunter. Fires the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Jackson. Here's Rose. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Rose has got 33 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Back to Young. Floats it up for Young. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I just love the production Capella gives this team. I mean, It is absolutely fantastic. He's their defensive anchor. He finishes off with oops, and he can make nice passes off the pick and roll.
Rose surveying the D. Pass to Wright. And Hunter over to help. And Wright kicks to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Outside Jackson. A 3-ball. Atlanta with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Young against Rose. Young inside. He can't hit that time. Rose with some nice D. Right, the pass to Griffin. And the rejection by Collins. Bogdanovich against Wright. They grab their own miss. If it goes, and the Pistons leaders cut down to 8 on the bucket from Capella.
There's so much you can do against Capella. He's capable of keeping his balance through contact.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. To the middle. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Young against Rose. Young pass to Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Pistons leading by 8. Outside Rose. The feed to Plumlee. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Hawks trail by 8. Young outside. Lets a floater go. Capella count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Now that's true grit for Capella. Outstanding and sticky with his shot, even when he gets knocked around.
That's good from Capella. Detroit's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And it goes down 2 points.
I like how Rose picks his spots on offense. He has a good sense for when he should look.
Young dishes to Collins. In the corner, it's Hunter. Kicks it out to Collins. The pass to Bogdanovich. To the right side. Offensive rebound. Capella. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, Capella really using his massive shoulders to draw contact. Not afraid to go right up into the grill of the defender.
Alinari, he's checked in for the Hawks.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Rose against Young. Rose, that's good. Rose has got 39.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Out left to the wing. Griffin against Gallinari. In the corner, it's Hunter. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
Here's Rose. Plumlee trying to break loose. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Wright. Rose has got 41.
Oh, Come on. Big time, big time. Rose has worked so hard to get back. He's so hungry in these late game moments.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 6. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, time is of the essence. Basket and the foul has got to be the game plan.
To the paint, stolen by Rose. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So it's the Pistons now. They led the game at 1 point by 20, and that's an intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaking. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Capella. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That is a great finish. Capella has a man draped all over him and still finds a way to get the ball in his glove.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You have the foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good league. It's even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Hunter, no one around him. Kept alive by Atlanta.
And that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Bogdanovich, no luck. And so it's Detroit with the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.